really didn't get played, at least not in terms of matches that we saw. All right, but here we go, following miDGet out of the gate, spawning right above that red armor, but of course there's not going to be a whole lot available there. He's making his beeline towards the riot gun of all weapons, noticing that the rocket launcher over by the Y is already gone, taking away this LG and coming right back in time for the red. So there it is there. So that means that he's going to have some pretty close range weapons for this Mega. Of course, the Mega's going to be already gone, and jwzr is going to be scarce and unseen. But man, coming out that teleporter, hello! miDGet taking a ton of damage, and really the retaliation, not all that much. So he's going to be able to take away a rocket launcher finally here. He's got 3 seconds to come back to the rocket launcher he picked up before. But it looks like he's going to be prioritizing an EB and maybe, well, the position over Mega first. But man, of course that Mega won't be there. He really didn't do enough damage to really justify that sort of maneuver. But as it may be, he's going to be going for LG and rockets. A lot of damage going both ways, but he just doesn't have the numbers, doesn't have the stack. It's going to be jwzr taking away the first frag there. And he's still looking at a pretty decent stack there. 100-100, bolstered up by that red armor now. 5 seconds to get back over to Mega. Man, that GB jump. Holy crap. That's just impressive. Mega taken away here. And jwzr is now just completely stacked to the teeth. And looks like miDGet wants to stay scarce here a little bit. But he's looking to do some damage, and man, he's knocked off on the number. Holy crap, stack, what stack? What the hell happened? jwzr getting knocked down, tying it back up 1-on-1. Taking away yellow armor and rocket launcher in order to come back in Mega health with 8 seconds to spare, but a little bit of a hassle of a fight here. Tries to get him with that EV shot. There's the pop-up. Where's the remainder of it? Not quite going to happen, but man, he's got to be doing some real damage to miDGet. He's going to be recovering from 40 health with that Mega. But red armor's going to be taken away, so a bit of an item split here. It's really dicey whether or not miDGet wants to commit to this fight. He's backing out now, not waiting for the 25, just taking away that 50. Guys, I'm already in a game. I'm not going to leave a game. I'm already in a game. It's already happening. But man, damn good damage coming out of miDGet. 4 seconds left on either item. miDGet needs to make a choice here. He sees jwzr heading over for red armor. Stupid HDMI. Silly thing. I don't know why. It's just been this one cable. It's been like the longest cable I have, but man, it's just like being a bit of a pisser from time to time. That's alright. I just need to do this and then a little bit of that. And then, no, not quite. Alright. Gonna fiddle around a little bit more. It's so weird for that to happen. Like, obviously I need to blame the cable, but it doesn't really make sense that it would do that. Unless something's like overheating, you know, doing 2 degrees over what it should be. Whatever. Anyway, we've actually got miDGet still maintaining the lead here. And it's going to be jwzr on the run. A lot of rockets coming his way. But man, this riot gun is just whittling him down. miDGet needs to get out of that fight. He goes in for one more shot. He's like, yeah, sure, why not? I could do the damage. But that ends up being his downfall. Now only 1 frag between them. Some decent LG there, but really miDGet needs to be focused on other things right now. Getting into a better position, not being stuck here in the Mega Room. Do him a lot more good. None of his spam rockets really connecting here. He's able to take away this 25, but man, he's so weak, and that'll tie it back up 3-on-3. He's able to take a yellow armor off at the spawn, however, as well as rockets. He's going quiet here for a little bit. Now he's lost timing on a lot of these items. He doesn't really know when things are going to be coming up. But he needs these rockets to connect. He's got the high ground finally. He had to really fight to push himself up the stairs. It was either get up the stairs, cost myself a lot of armor, or just leave the fight entirely. But miDGet, he's not willing to run here. But unfortunately, that means he's not stacking up all that well. Ends up taking a rail in the back, but he's able to take away that yellow armor at least. Now he's going a little bit silent. Man, his movement is just amazing here. He's able to get from point A to point B, just needs to decide when. But man, that LG float, Quake World style, nailed to the ceiling essentially, as jwzr finally takes the lead there once again, almost halfway through, but it's only 1 frag at the moment. miDGet getting himself back up to the top of the map, And once again, that gunblade jump will just catapult jwzr to the very top there. That allows miDGet to sneak down below and take away yellow armor, even if red's not up, even if mega's not up, and miDGet doesn't know the timing on either. He's able to stay safe a little bit. I like that he's shifting gears a little bit. He's like, all right, if I don't know where I need to be, just kind of chill the hell out. Take a listen. Just had red armor taken away, so now that he knows that, all right, he's both got mega and red. He's going to be dangerous here. He's got the EB, and now he's looking to avoid. Take away that 50 health to bolster himself up a little bit more. Has the high ground. He can put his back to the yellow armor. Very, very good defensive play coming out of miDGet here so far. But stepping back out, he ends up eating a lot of that stack. Holy crap. Where did it all go? But he's able to come back in out in red armor at the very least. He's done enough damage to keep jwzr off his back, but man, it's not going to go his way if he gets stuck on that jump head, and holy crap. I hope that was like him shaking the mouse and not his mouse is freaking out. It'll be 2 to 5 there. Down to 25 health. He doesn't have a whole lot of hope for this spawn. The 50 is going to be gone. Oh no, the 50's back up, okay. And now all that work for listening for the item times has kind of gone down the drain. We've still got 4 minutes left here to pick things back up, and he's only down by 3 frags, which is nothing on DM16. So miDGet staying a little bit quiet at the moment. 5 seconds left to either item. And really, it's up to jwzr to make sure that it doesn't turn into an item trade. But miDGet might just be cutting himself out of that. Like, really, as soon as you hear one or the other item on this map, I mean, they're at opposite ends, opposite elevations. As soon as you hear one, you need to be at the other. If you don't know the timing, I mean, that's the best time to check, is like when they're as far away as possible to that item. And if it's not there, then get the hell out, because you know that's where they're going. But at that point, you should have a pretty good idea of which direction to go in order to avoid them. So, you know, check in on the item, listen for where they're coming from, and head the other way if you can't get it. Otherwise, that's your best chance to get the item, you know, unattended. Be that as it may, 3 minutes left on the clock. Starting to see the score spread a little bit more here. But for the first time in a long time, we're just seeing a raw rocket-on-rocket fight. If you'll remember, the first real fights that gave miDGet a fighting chance here were just when he just went balls out and just took down all of jwzr's stack, just with better shots. But we haven't seen a whole lot of that from him in a while. Seems like jwzr has really worn himself up here. See, and there we go once again. I mean, just standing your ground sometimes and being able to aim better wins you a hell of a lot more so. But then you need to be able to go, all right, I've just gone from a fight where I got knocked down to 20 health. I need to recover right now. Ward Cell is definitely the game where you need to recover from fights as quickly as possible. And it's one of the things I love about it. It's a real risk-reward ratio. Sure, I could probably take him down, you know, from 200-200. Well, as close to 200-200 as you get in Ward Cell. But then I need to make sure I don't die immediately after. But with the final couple minutes here, it looks like jwzr is going to have a very handy lead in the first map here on DM16. Ooh, this LG nasty, just sticking his back to the wall, just laying it out. And laying down miDGet like so much pipe. It's going to be a red armor takeaway. We've got yellow finally in the hands of miDGet. And really at this point, if you got a yellow armor and a rocket launcher, it's like, yeah, it's time to just go plus forward. But potentially not right into the LG stream of your opponent. Like, if you can get the first shot in and, you know, sideswipe them, push them into a corner, get them stuck at yellow armor or the 50 health or something, cool. Coming through a teleporter and eating all of this LG immediately, not so cool. But man, I really liked what miDGet was doing earlier on in the match. He just wasn't able to turn it into a calmer game. When it came down to just, you know, all that aggression and I need to make a frag in order to make a frag, I mean, cool, miDGet could do that, but he wasn't able to change from that storyline into something a little bit more consistent and a little bit more map controlling. Instead, jwzr was been able to take away so many of these armors, so many of these healths just for free. But he played a solid game here. I mean, 14 on 4 seems like a very wide spread, but the differences in what was needed in miDGet's play were very small indeed. We'll have to see what he brings together in the next match. But there we go, 15-on-4, final score here on DM16. We're ready for more. It's time for some quick games. But here we go. Gonna be having jwzr out of the gate here with rocket launcher, taking away top of the map, and making his way very slowly and quietly over towards the Mega. But hello! Didn't look both ways before crossing the road, and that is going to be miDGet picking up first frag, taking no damage, which means that after taking away this Mega, jwzr is a very soft target indeed. Doesn't look like miDGet wanted to follow up with that fight, though. It's going to be a trade between YA and Red, but at least miDGet is now going for the Reds now. So he's actually got that full stack. This is the first time during this matchup that we've actually seen miDGet with a stack advantage. Let's see what jwzr does on the other side of the coin. Well, he's still looking for this red to come back up. It's the only thing he'll really know the timing on other than that yellow. That yellow won't be doing him quite as much good. I mean, yeah, item-wise, yeah, it's pretty much about the same, but you really want to be denying your opponent from getting that red and have the better positioning for it. So didn't hear that last would go out, and Mega would be back up, and he's on the wrong end of the map. That'll be miDGet once again, maintaining the item lead. And jwzr doesn't have a rocket launcher here, but he's making up for it with that LG. Holy crap, what? How could he just take no damage in that fight? That is some crazy-ass LG. All right, but there's red armor taken away. This next fight's going to be all about this Mega. If jwzr comes in early, he might take a little bit of spam damage, which means that miDGet will have to leave. But spam damage is spam damage, but nothing really went miDGet's way that round. He really got no damage off at all. Ouch. But finally we're seeing miDGet do a little bit of damage here. Knocking some of that armor off, but man, again, that LG just runs directly at you. Not getting off the line of attack, making this a very easy game for jwzr so far. 8 minutes left on the clock. We're looking at 5-on-1. Man, and I hate how nasal is down in the mornings. It's all stuffed up. Like, oh, what did I do last night? Kill me. Yeah. It's good to see these matches go on. So back up to the top of the map, jwzr. Looking fairly comfortable at this point. Not a whole lot to worry about as he meanders his way over to Mega, but man, there's miDGet there ready for the fight. Rockets coming out, and now we have a lot of mid-air damage coming out his way, and it's going to be jwzr finally knocked down, 6-on-2. Let's see what miDGet has to work with. But again, once you throw up your arms and you're like, screw it, I need to do some damage, I need to make a frag right here, right now, or I'm not going to get it at all. Cool, great, congrats, you balled out, you're amazing dude. You've done the damage, you've gotten the frag, you've done well. Now you need to think a little bit more long-term. And the shift from, holy shit, I made a frag, to long-term planning is immediate in Warsaw. Unlike other games, and actually this is still true even in games like Quake Live, there's a bit of time where you don't really have to worry about a fresh spawn. You know, he's not an immediate threat. Like, yeah, machine gun, you can suss me down, but yeah, I'm not too worried about you, to be honest. The gunblade is something to worry about. Like, it does the 40 damage on that projectile hit. It's a significant problem if you go, hey, I just made a frag, time to grab red armor. Nope, you just got taken out in midair. And I really like that aspect of Warsaw. Anyway, miDGet trying to just shift gears from one plan to another. But he keeps getting put back in the state where he's just got to, like, bring the fight to jwzr. Unfortunately, and this is the thing that's making it difficult on him, he's picking all these fights between the items. He's catching jwzr, in the hallway, up the ramp, up the jump pad, which is great, but he's not doing any of that sort of thing on the red armor or on the Mega itself. I mean, that's where you need to make your damage happen. That's where your opponent's the most vulnerable, the most predictable. That's where you're able to hide the most. That's where they're out in the open the most. That's why these items are in relatively risky positions, so that you can do damage from a distance. That's what, map design 101 in duel games is all about. If you have a red armor or a Mega, put it someplace where there's likely going to be some free damage taken while you're trying to grab it. But that's the one thing that miDGet really hasn't been putting together. I mean, yeah, he's doing a lot of damage in between fights, but that's at a moment where jwzr can shoot back, he can maneuver, he can dodge. Where miDGet would be getting a lot more mileage out of these shots if he were doing these at the red armor or at the Mega. without committing to it, sure, like, be down below, be in a hallway, be stabbing from a back corner, but man, make that stab happen. But halfway through the map, 5 minutes left. 12 on 2. And that's exactly what the EB's for. Like, man, 2 hits in a row, but Nares needs to get out of here and make his way back over towards Mega without setting up here too early. Let's see if he can pull together another little bit of EB damage. But man, he's so weak. This Mega's not going to be doing him that much good even if he does get the grab. Oh, but a mutual frag. That's a bit of a reset, but really what miDGet needed is a complete turnaround in items. So there's the red, but man, it's going to be knocked off immediately. Down to 13 hold. Holy crap. 3 EB shots in a row, and miDGet just pulled on down. So 13 on 2 here. I'm not putting too many bets on miDGet at this point, so I'm going to take a quick look at jwzr. I mean, that's really just the one thing that's keeping miDGet from having more opportunities than he would have otherwise. It's not that he's not timing the items. Like, I'm pretty sure he's aware, like, okay, my opponent's at red, and red's going to come up, like, in this 10-second frame. I'm pretty sure red's coming up, but he's just not showing up to, like, throw out a rocket or a little bit of EB or some grenades or some shit like that. And it's important, especially in a map like this, where everything between the items is relatively, you know, screwball. You have all these tight corridors, you have the ramps, you have the jump pads, which are great damage opportunities, but they're messy. You know, if you're going to be shooting someone coming off the ramp, sure, you're going to have that first tip, but after that, you know, it's just going to be, you know, this is hurting me more than it's hurting you. Your only real opportunities for free damage are on the items, which is, you know, very common in Quake map design. Alright, so jwzr still up here, 15 on 2, 3 minutes left on the clock, but it looks like in round 2, jwzr may just be moving forward. Ooh, nice damage dealt out though. It's going to be miDGet taking another frag away, but you can see that jwzr did so much damage in return, which means that taking this red armor is like, yeah, you got the red, but now you're in trouble. That's where the really interesting parts of Warsaw come in, and where I think it's a little bit easier to communicate the you know, basic factors of it to newer players, where, alright, if you're down on the stack, you need to be doing some damage. You might be able to take a frag even if you just out-aim your opponent and take them down between items. But at that point, you're in a lot of trouble because the minute you step towards a red or a mega, if your opponent spawned anywhere near you, he's a huge threat. And that red you just took away, that frag that you just took away, great. I hope you liked it, because that's all you're going to get for a while. Yeah, it's one of the great things about Warsaw. It really emphasizes doing as little risky damage as possible. Just a couple of minutes left here. Jump pad taken. jwzr just kind of ignoring at the moment. Making his way back towards YA. In fact, he's actually a little bit lighter now than he should be. But here comes the rockets from miDGet, but his LG is just on point. Let's take a quick look here. 34% LG? That is just insane. It's almost like Quake World territory. Holy crap. Now, railgun / EB is a little bit easier to hit in Warsaw than it is in other games, but even so, 41% is no slouching matter. Oh, there's a gunblade. Looking for that last shot. There it is. 5 frags in a row. That'll be 20 on 3. Holy crap. Wait, is Lechka playing? I think they're just having a laugh in RC. We'll see how far Falky gets there. The final minutes. And very good outing here from miDGet, but this will knock him down into the lower bracket. Already populated by Obi, Bear, Onos, Venom, Frag Hunter, and Toad. And Turning CC isn't giving me the entire, you know, setup list. Oh my god, that rocket out of jwzr. This should be a quick finish, yeah. Oh man, that was a good initial one. So I'm not sure what round miDGet's going to get knocked down to. We'll see. But we've already got Frag Stealer taking down Crisis in round 2. putting Crisis in round 2 of the lower bracket now. It means that our other round 2 match is going to be Lechka, Falky, Adam, and Kerpal. We'll see where that goes. But here we have jwzr versus miDGet closing out here on the Kia Duel Cup right here on Tasteless TV. And I know I'm tired. I know I'm probably not up to snuff today. But, man, we're going to power through this. And we're going to see ourselves some damn good games. So stay tuned, dudes. Time for caffeine, time for liquids.